It seems like there's been a recurring theme whenever I try to not be lazy and work on a video, some stupid bullshit update to the Roblox platform will always drop before that. Uh, Initially, I wasn't going to cover this realm. I was actually going to cover the desert realm because the majority vote of the poll that I just put up wanted me to do a video about that realm first instead of the Chrome realm. But nope. Surprise, surprise. As I was going to try and gather background footage, the Desert Realm game that I wanted to play got restricted. And it was something like about Roblox game creators needing to do an ID verification check. They have to uh basically give their face and personal information to Roblox, which is actually insane. Like, what the fuck? Oh man, if I could have some insane animation and modeling skills, I would try and make these racing realms from scratch and showcase it for these videos, but uh, I'm not an artist. I'm not talented in modeling or making art, stuff like that. I'm not like those guys. But yeah, so these Roblox fan games are kind of like the best bet I got for background footage. They're also easier for my laptop to run anyways. Yeah, that's it really. I've rambled long enough, so let's get right into the breakdown. Here we are, the Chrome realm. I'm gonna be real with you, there's not much to talk about the Chrome realm if I'm being honest. Perhaps not from the surface, really. The other card game realms that I've talked about before had vast, sophisticated environments to them. How do you say this? They had noticeable landmarks, I guess? From their card arts alone, you can kinda imagine that those realms felt huge. But this track? Not so much, really. I wouldn't say that this realm is uninteresting though. It's a card game realm regardless, and I'm gonna go over the card description. The Chrome Realm's card description reads as followed. Beware, objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Reality and reflection blur in this chrome maze, where the huge silver spheres threaten to crush cars like tinfoil. The Chrome realm has to be one of, if not, the most simply designed realms out there in all of AcceleRacers. This realm only has one gimmick to it, but from its very simple design I mean, it's kinda terrifying in a weird way, but I'll get there in a bit. The Chrome realm's so-called environment appears to take place inside a vast, sterile void dominated entirely by geometric abstractions. The track is suspended in an endless pale sky. This realm has the clear goal to distort spatial awareness, creating a disorienting echo chamber of reflections where the true path and its mirror image are almost indistinguishable. It's also pretty unforgiving how there's no guardrails on the track. It's the standard yellow track that we usually see, but it's floating, suspended in the air, in the void, meaning that if you just happen to make a mistake and fall off, there's no going back up, and you'll keep following, and you'll keep falling endlessly in this pale sky void. Now, if you look past the surface level of how the crowd realm is structured, it becomes evident that when you try to challenge this place, your own eyes are the biggest threat to survival. There is only one hazard card that is provided officially for the Chrome realm, just like the previous card game rounds that I just covered. But if we actually go in depth on how a driver has to navigate this track, the real threats go way deeper than that. And let me tell you, for me, what I think, this is on par with the level of unfairness to the Warp Realm. Kicking things off with the official hazard card named Chrome Globes, this hazard will be the driver's main and most prevalent danger as they are competing inside the Chrome Realm. The globes are completely seamless and they materialize at an incredibly fast rate. Because they are perfectly reflective spheres, they act like moving fisheye lenses. As they barrel down the track towards you, Their curved surfaces warp and bend the reflections of the track and your car. This creates a terrifying optical illusion where the spheres look much smaller or much farther away than it actually is until it's right on top of you. It completely trashes your depth perception. You aren't just dodging physical obstacles, you are fighting your own brain's inability to calculate the point of impact, meaning a split second panic is almost guaranteed to get you crushed, or even worse, knocked over and fall forever towards the endless void. And when you think the quick rolling spheres aren't bad enough, if you look at the Chrome Realms card art, the track is flanked by these tall vertical mirrors positioned right along the edges of the road. These mirrors will limit your room to maneuver on the already incredibly narrow track. So not only do you have to dodge massive chrome globes that messes with your depth perception, you also have to dodge these tall mirrors on the side too, potentially creating a 1-2 punch trap where dodging the first hazard forces you directly to collide with the second hazard. Are you for real right now? What the fuck? like, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? I swear, these acceleruns are just kind of bad at balancing, to be honest. At least they can be a wee bit kinder to make the track a little wider, right? Or at least, I don't know, tone down the rate of the chrome globe spawns. Genuinely, how the hell are you gonna overtake someone when there's like a 12 feet reinforced glass on the way, whilst massive chrome balls are rolling towards me? Ugh. Well, after going through all of that unfair hurdle, it's time to get into what the Chrome Realm is testing from its challengers. To even stand a chance at surviving the Chrome Realm, a driver has to master not a driving skill, but a mental one. The ability to instantly distinguish between a real object and a mere reflection. They will need to actively fight their own brain's natural instincts. When a giant sphere appears in your peripheral vision, or the track seems to be interrupted by a mirror wall, you cannot afford to hesitate. If I have to add to this, it's about relying entirely on your spatial memory, depth perception, and blind intuition to read the true geometry of the track. If a driver's focus slips for even a fraction of a second, the realm's illusions will bait them right off the edge. But if a driver somehow, some way, manages to conquer this realm, they will walk away proudly with the undistorted AcceleRacharger. The ability of Undistort is to pierce through any form of illusion, be it mirage, reflection, or holographic camouflage technology. This is definitely one of those, another one of those AcceleRachargers that fall into the situational category. I don't really see this AcceleRacharger being much of use on a lot of realms. Aside from the obvious usefulness it would provide for the Chrome realm, I think this realm's AcceleRacharger could definitely also be useful in the Warp realm, because that hellscape also takes advantage of illusions and distorting geometry. One thing I've noticed is from the AcceleRacharger's card description, saying that it can pierce through and expose any illusion and reflections, but also holographic camouflage technology. Very interesting. I can kind of confidently say that this AcceleRacharger's ability is a kick to the balls for the silencers, serving as a hard counter against them. If this ability was in the hands of any other faction aside from the silencers, it can completely shatter their ability to cloak their vehicles and deceive other drivers. Human drivers, I can kind of understand them being fooled, but the racing drones were also oblivious to their disguise. Goes to show how powerful silencer technologies are and how much of a crutch this AcceleRacharger against them. Last thing I want to talk about is when I said at the start of the video that this drone felt kinda terrifying. Well, it is. Most racing drones are terrifying and they aren't fit for humans to just walk around in. The threat of being crushed by the spheres and falling off endlessly is worth noting, but I guess I'm just a bit put off on the way the Chrome realm is designed. It just feels so unfinished. It's empty, it's sterile, the flowing orange tracks surrounded by the pale sky background with reflective mirrors in every corner. I don't know. I don't throw around this word too often, but the place just feels so liminal. Maybe it's just me. I can't deny the feeling of a surreal abandoned world that this realm is giving off. You know, kind of like the back rooms. I'm probably talking crazy right about now, but it's something that I wanted to let out. Well, that's about all that I can deliver about the Chrome realm. Despite it having one of the most simple designs out there, the minimalism is kinda what makes it pretty terrifying. The track is narrow, the chrome globes materialize at a fast rate, with some of them having sizes that almost take up half the track. Added by the vertical mirrors on the sides, it really feels kinda unfair. Oh wait, no, it is unfair. Alright, at the beginning of this video, I did say that the Desert Realm game was restricted because of that, I decided I had to cover the Chrome Realm first, despite the poll decision. Now, well, turns out it was open again when I was done writing the script and also gathering background footage for this video. So I kind of felt a little bit stupid. But hey, at least now I can immediately go. At least now I immediately know what realm to cover next. Yeah, that's about all that I have to say. See you next time. Bye bye now.